Hello, how are you? Let me introduce myself. I am Edward Miller. At my side is Archibald, our logistics consultant, and a part-time poultry resident. Today, we have come to talk about an interesting topic. Sit down, grab a drink, and let me tell you about this. Well then, the Xbox Developer Direct 2026 brought us interesting things, like a new look at the return of an emblematic saga such as Fable, which has generated a great impact on the public. We could see more of the new Forza Horizon 6 and its setting in Japan after having passed through Mexico in the fifth installment. But what caught the attention of many was that we could see more of Beast of Reincarnation after what was shown in the Xbox Showcase 2025. And with that, doubts about Game Freak's other game, Pokémon. But what is Beast of Reincarnation? For many, this project represents Game Freak's Plan B, or perhaps their true hidden ambition. It seems it is not a low-budget game, but a AAA production that uses Unreal Engine 5 to render a living ecosystem. The game tells us about Emma. She is not a trainer. She is a survivor whose mobility defines the game. Her ability to use the Blight, the Plague, as a displacement tool creates verticality. The bond with Ku, unlike carrying 6 creatures in spheres, here the relationship with the wolf is constant. Ku is not just a weapon. He is a tracker, a mount, and a tactical extension of the player. The world. It is designed under the concept of beauty in decay. There are no cheerful cities. There are ruins of a Japan that feels heavy, historical, and dangerous. It is, in essence, Game Freak demonstrating that they can write stories for an audience that grew up and now seeks maturity. On the other side of the coin, we have the problems that Pokémon drags along. The move to 3D, at times, seems like it wasn't a transition, it was a collision. The loss of visual language in 2D, colors were saturated and edges defined. Pixel art style or high-quality sprites. By moving to 3D, the creatures seem to have lost their volume. Pastel tones and the lack of shading make them look out of place in environments that try to be realistic. The popping and draw distance, it is unacceptable that in 2026, a Pokémon appears magically 2 meters away from the player. This breaks the systemic immersion. The lack of optimization makes the world feel like a cardboard model being assembled as you walk. Static animations, while in Beast, we see fluid movements and physical reactions to the terrain. In Pokémon, we still see creatures rotating on their own axis, as if they were wooden figures on a board. But not everything is bad. Despite the criticism, 3D has unlocked dimensions of empathy that 2D could not reach. Life in the overworld, seeing a flock of Wooloo roll down a hill or a Gyarados emerge from a lake, creates nature documentary moments that are the dream of many fans since the 90s. 3D allowed the world to stop being a maze of tiles to become a biome. Personalization and expression, the ability to see your character from any angle, change their clothing, and see them interact in cinematics has humanized the hero's journey experience. Cinematic battle dynamics, although attack animations can still be improved, the camera movement in battles adds a dynamism that makes competitive battles feel like a high-impact, televised event, allowing for heroic angles that highlight the majesty of the legendaries. And it is with what was seen in Beast of Reincarnation and with the 10th generation of Pokémon and its recent release, Legends ZA, that an expectation versus reality has been generated. Seeing the technical display of Beast of Reincarnation, the bar has risen to high levels. However, there is a huge gap between what the fan wants and what the machinery of the Pokémon Company usually delivers and will deliver. The expectation, unified engines. It is expected that Game Freak transfers what was seen in Beast and the use of engines like Unreal Engine 5 to Pokémon. This would mean a world with global lighting, dense vegetation that doesn't flicker, and Pokémon with realistic skin, fur, or scale textures. A living and systemic world, a map where Pokémon interact with each other, predation, symbiosis, and with the weather as organically as Emma interacts with the Blight. The possible reality Game Freak usually works with divided teams. It is likely that Team A is on Beast and the Pokémon team remains tied to a proprietary engine and suffocating annual delivery schedules imposed by merchandising and the anime, unlike Beast, which has had 6 years of development. In summary, can we expect an improvement? Yes, Probably the 10th generation will be the most visually ambitious Pokémon game to date, but reality suggests that it will still be one step below the modern AAA standard that Beast of Reincarnation does dare to tread. The gap between the Pokémon that could be and the one that will be still depends on a single word: Nintendo. Thanks for coming this far. Edward Miller and his faithful companion Archibald greet you, hoping you liked the video and inviting you to see the rest of the videos on the channel. A hug, and see you in the next report.